Good morning, family. It's T Speaks here. So I want to talk to you today about decisions and solutions and why one of them costs you an excessive amount of money more than the other one. It costs you in every area of your life. Let's go through it. So here's the thing. Most people decide to make a decision on what they want for their lives, but they never move into it. They never take a step. They never go toward what they really want. They just make the decision and so it stays in their mind. It's almost like shooting imaginary basketball. I'm going to shoot for the basket and it's always going to go in because I'm never taking the basketball and shooting toward the rim. That's the same thing when people become stagnant and they don't move after they make a decision in their mind. The decision starts in their mind and it doesn't go anywhere into an action. There is no advancement, there is no movement forward. What that does, when you don't make a decision followed by the intent, the decision, and the action. See, because you have to intend on doing something and then do something. If you don't, what you do is you have to make a decision at that point on what you're going to do to counter what's been done toward you and what's been done to you. You see, life doesn't stay still no matter how we want it to, no matter how rosy we kind of picture. Life is not a still picture. So life is going to happen. And if you don't make a decision and move in the direction to make something happen, you're going to be countering what has already happened to you. You'll get moved and shift, almost like as if you're a kite with no string, almost as if you're a house with no doors. Anything can come in, anything can change your world, anything can reshape your world. Why? Because you didn't take the necessary steps of, after the decision was made, going through with intent. Like, I make a decision to do something, and here's how it looks. I'll make a decision that I want to do a video. I want to do a video. I have intentions of doing a video. There's the intent. And then I go about getting the necessary materials to make the video. If you don't follow through on the steps, what you don't even have stagnation because it's not moving. You have procrastination, which is the death of your dreams. And it will cost you because the amount of money that you're losing out on, the wealth that you're not building from making a decision with intent and actions, then you're going to have to spend money fixing and time and effort fixing what's been done. My job's closing down because I didn't make a decision to leave the job before it left me. I have to build up and go on a trip. I did not make a decision on to get those funds and go on a trip. Now I have to figure out how to, and I gotta counter what I can't do now. So I have to go and go in the back of the house and grill. So we're always gonna have to make a decision instead of figuring out a solution to life. Life is not about sitting and waiting. Life is about, believe it or not, taking a step, an action. Life is an action word. It is meant to be lived and not sat back and seen. Many people are moving, but there's so many more people I find who are not moving just in their minds. So if you don't change your mind and come up with an intent and execute it, what you get is someone sitting back and waiting for something to happen and then fixing it at that part. My roof is leaking now. So I have to basically go and find someone that's gonna fix the roof. If I would have been proactive and made a decision, that roof has been there for a while, I'm going to replace the roof before it starts leaking. It would have cost me a considerable less amount of money because now there's water in the house. Now the furniture's ruined, the carpet's ruined, now I have to get someone to do the vac and get the water up. You see, it's going to cost you more. It's going to cost you on a larger scale as well because every day that you don't make a decision to start your own business, what you're potentially doing is letting millions just float by. Never get to you, never get inside of your possession in order for you to do other things. That wealth that's meant for you will not get to you because it was not followed with an intent and it was definitely not followed with actions. So it just became a decision. Decisions without actions are basically nothing. It is just an imagination that gets nothing to it, no water on the seed, nothing. So if you don't make a decision to do something, you are going to have to figure out solutions because life is always going to be moving us either left or right. It's the simplest things in the world. If you don't make a decision, I used to live in New York. If you didn't make a decision, now get this, and you didn't have the intent and action of, I need to move my car by a certain amount of time. The intent was, I'm going to move the car. I made the decision, I intend to move it. If it wasn't followed up with action, when you got downstairs on your car, if your car was still there, it had a big yellow gooey sticker on the window that said the street cleaners could not clean the street because of your car. Not only did it take days to get this sticker off, oftentimes it was followed by a ticket as well, because the decision to move it was not followed up with the action. That's life in a nutshell. Speaking of action, we have the 5-day Change Your Life Challenge that is starting in family a little bit less than 2 days now, actually about 36 hours or so. Why don't you make the decision to come on into the challenge? It's going to change your life. We're going to tap into the gifts that are in you, package those things, and start to come up with a plan for you to take action to get your life to where you are, to where you're meant to be. Not only wealthy, but being in charge of you, deciding where you want to be in life and getting there. The Change Your Life Challenge is literally going to change your life one moment at a time, but it starts by taking an action. It starts by taking a step. The link's in the bio, family. You can go on to tspeakslive.com. Why don't you come on in? Appreciate those that have already signed up. We're excited. We're excited for the new you that's coming through. We're excited for the success that is coming toward you, because life is all about making a decision instead of creating a solution. Don't lose out on your blessing. I'm T Speaks.